You've heard the chatter. Dating isn't what it used to be. I can attest, okay? There's Tinder, Bumble, Mutual, all those social media apps. They've really changed the dating scene, seemingly making meeting people easier than ever, but it comes with some technicalities, right? Are all the internet options making it harder for unmarried folks to commit or take the next step? I have my opinions, but we're gonna bring in the man, the myth, the legend, Zack Oats, the author of Dating Never Works Until It Does, he believes here that our single friends haven't learned the art of closing the deal. Oh, okay, you have to prove this to me. I haven't learned the art.
Okay.
What does that mean?
So closing the deal, think about it. So you go from first date to second date. How do you close the deal to a second date? How do you close the deal to commitment? How do you close the deal to I love you or to engagement or to marriage, right?
You're stressing me out. Like, whoo, I can't handle this. This
right?
is my problem.
Yeah, exactly. Because so many people, it feels like a lot, right?
It's overwhelming.
It's overwhelming.
And in my opinion, there's so much, the social media, the Tinder, there's so much going on, texting all the time. It's like, you have a life too. So it's overwhelming.
Yes, it's overwhelming. And there's so many like rules, right? And you have to follow this rule and that rule and that rule. And it just becomes, when you're thinking about it all in one lump of like, how do I commit? It just sounds like a really scary word.
Absolutely. So for parents and grandparents watching, I can relate. It's scary right now. It's a hard time. There's a lot going on out there. So who's closing the deal? Do I need to step up?
So what it comes down to is the fact that there's so much optionality right now, right? Our generation, we have, I mean, like you talked about, all those different social media. There's so many distractions. And say you're going on a sorry, could you hold on one, just, hello? No, I'm like on.
What is that?
I'm kidding.
I was like, what's going on? They've already had music playing during the show. He's picking up the phone.
No, but that's
attention to
what
me.
happens.
That's why on dates.
Caitlin,
Yes.
that's what happens.
Yes, it does happen.
You get on a date and you sabotage yourself.
And that drives me nuts.
Right?
I say, see you later.
Yeah, your phone's out, and I was so bad, I'm not even kidding you, I left a date to go to the bathroom so I could Tinder. Okay? Because I was
sick.
it was awful. That's how bad of a dater I was, and that's why I had to figure it out for myself.
Wow, and did you see we need to get like a slow-mo. I was horrified. I was like, you're picking up your phone on me? Okay, so you've learned, obviously, you're married now, you're living, you're happy. So, okay, what does it mean? What's the next step of closing the deal? Like, what do we?
So the key is baby steps.
Okay.
When you're on a first date, normally what I would do is I'd get super stressed out. Because I'd be like, okay, she did this and she did this and she did this. Does that mean that she's gonna be like a good mom or a boring grandma? Like, I can't have a boring grandma.
So you were looking at the big picture.
Yeah.
Always, right.
But here's the thing, a first date, the only goal of a first date is to see if you want a second. That's it. That's it.
I feel more relaxed thinking that.
There's nothing beyond that. The only goal of a second date is to see if you want a third date. The only goal of becoming exclusive is just to be exclusive and to see how that is. I proposed to my wife, and we ended up getting married, but I proposed to her being fully ready to call it off. Because I was like, I'm only getting engaged. I'm not marrying her. I'm only getting engaged. It's okay.
Did you tell her that?
So, actually, when I was preparing for this, I told her that, and she was like, what?
Okay, so maybe keep that to yourself, but it was just a mental process for you.
Because if I looked at the big picture, right? Okay, I'd go on first dates with girls, and I would come home from the date, and I would enter in all of the data into a spreadsheet.
Stop.
No, it was bad.
Wow.
I literally was the worst dater, and if it weren't for the lessons I learned, then I would still be single. But that's what it comes down to, is just the baby steps, and eventually you'll get to the babies. But yeah.
And to the babies, that was good. Okay, but pressure-wise, there's a lot of pressure on family. I think, different for some people. Are married folks like not helping in this because there's pressure added? I'm lucky I don't have that pressure, but some people do. My friends, it's hard.
No, my dad literally told me, he was like, until you have grandkids, you are worthless to me, right?
Oh, that's hard.
And I was like, grandkids? I was like, I'm looking for a second date here, Dad. But what it comes down to is that parents, right? When you have single kids, the key is don't stress them out about it. They're already stressed out enough, right? Because there's really two types of married people that are pushing marriage. The first are the kinds that love marriage and they're super happy and they want other people to experience that. The other kind are the people that felt like they got tricked into marriage And so they don't want to be the only fools.
So
right?
you're saying everyone needs to just calm down, is what you're saying.
Everyone needs to calm down, take a breath. It's okay. It's just dating.
And avoid too many first dates is another suggestion of yours?
Yes, because when you go on too many first dates, the key is you got to actually give things a shot, right? If I am so focused on like, you know, like 10 people at a time, can I really give any one person a shot? Both in terms of, do I like them and do they like me? Or in today's world, if you're not like giving things a shot, there's so many options, that's gone.
I see that. There is like this thought right now I've heard, like, you know, you want to meet more people, right? So that you don't rush into it. But like you're saying, if you take the baby steps, it kind of takes away that rushing.
Exactly, because then you're not worried about all the way down the road. Is this going to work? Is this going to be, how are we going to be as a retired, you know, empty nesters? But just, do I want a second date? That's
Take it easy, take it slow.
Take it easy, take it slow.
Or even take a chance. I'm going to add that because sometimes I'm just like, I'm over it all. I'm happy by myself with Blue Bloods on TV. I need you in my life. Tell us about your book. I need to read this, obviously.
Okay, Dating Never Works. You can find it at bowlofoats.com. For Zack Oats.
Zack Oats. Good one. You're good. I love this. Okay, quickly, everyone needs to calm down, chill out. It is a tough time, though. So I think that's huge for people to remember. It's tough right now. There's so much going on, and I really like this. I was skeptical. But close the deal is what you're saying.
Close the deal, because the deal isn't a big one. It's just a very small thing.
Zack Oats, thank you. Thanks for not actually picking up the phone on me. I was nervous about you. Oh, I so appreciate it. Well, thanks for having me, and you're changing my mind.